Data Jockey here, machine learning for Victorian racing. Race 7 at Flemington, Saturday 18 July 2026. Let us get straight into it. Before the detail, the headline for Race 7 at Flemington, 2 model selections. Bewitchery is the place pick, top of the models list for this race. Home Rule is the same race multi-leg only, the top 4 selection, not a standalone place bet. That is the quick version. Bewitchery for the place, multi combining both if you are after the longer odds. Stay with me though, because the model is seeing something worth unpacking in this field. Race 7 at Flemington, 14 runners, top 3 paying the place dividend. The model's read here is interesting straight away. The favorite is not the top selection. That is the model telling you it sees value the market has missed. This is precisely the kind of scenario where the data and the crowd disagree, and that disagreement is where the value sits. 2 selections from the model for this race, a place pick, and a same race multi combining both. Remember, not every race makes the cut. The model only selects when the value is genuinely there, and today it is. On to the breakdown. Before I get into the picks, a quick word on how this works, because it is genuinely different to anything else you will find in the tipping space. The selections come from a machine learning model that continuously learns from Victorian racing results. Every single race meeting, every result, every finishing position feeds back into it. This is not a set-and-forget system. It is live, it is learning, and it gets sharper with every race run in Victoria. Now here is the part that really sets it apart. Most tipsters, most models out there are chasing the winner. I made a completely different call. This model was built from the ground up to find place finishers, horses that hit the top positions and pay a place dividend. That is a fundamentally different problem to finding the winner, and it demands a completely different approach. The model weighs up dozens of variables across the entire field at once. Things that interact with each other in ways that no human analyst could ever track manually. Pace, distance, field composition, historical patterns, how each horse matches up against these specific rivals on this specific day. All of it simultaneously. That is the power of building it this way. If you want to go deep on the methodology, how the model was actually built, what it looks at, how it was trained, the link is in the description below. Check it out when you get a chance. But for today, I have got race 7 to get through, and the model has some strong opinions. Let us get into the picks. Let us start with pick 1 for race 7. Bewitchery, the model's top selection, currently 4th in the market. Not the favorite, nowhere near the headline of the betting market, just sitting at a price the model believes is significantly off. That is the whole story right there. A gap between what the market thinks and what the data is showing, and that gap is precisely what this model is built to find. Here is something worth being upfront about, because I think it builds trust rather than costing it. I cannot point to one tidy reason the model has landed on bewitchery. That is not how it operates. It is not running on a single insight like track preference or distance record, the kind of single-factor reasoning that most form analysis relies on. Instead, it is working through dozens of variables at the same time. Track conditions, distance, field size, who else is in this race, historical patterns drawn from thousands of past Victorian races. All of it considered together, picking up on relationships a person scanning a form guide would simply never catch. That is the whole point of building it this way. If it could be boiled down to one sentence, there would be no need for a model at all. What matters is this. The market has bewitchery sitting at 4th in the market. The model has it ranked 1st for race 7. That difference is where the value sits, and finding exactly that kind of gap is what this model exists to do. It was built specifically around place finishers, not winners, so when it puts a horse at the top, it is saying this horse matches the pattern of horses that have historically finished in the places. A different way of looking at the problem entirely. Bewitchery for the place. Top 3 finish in a 14-runner field. That is the model's read on race 7. For entertainment purposes only, please make your own informed decision before placing any bet. Home Rule, currently 11th in the market, takes pick 2, a genuinely different kind of selection to pick 1, so it is worth being clear on the distinction. The model rates Home Rule as a likely top 4 finisher, but it stops short of backing a top 3 finish specifically. That gap matters. There is not enough support in the data for a standalone place selection here, but there is solid support for the top 4 role in the same race multi. That distinction might sound minor, but in a 14-runner field, it genuinely is not. Top 3 pays a place dividend, 4th does not. So the model is not recommending home rule as a place bet by itself. The same race multi is where it earns its spot. What the model is essentially saying about home rule is that it belongs in this race and fits the top 4 profile for this field, but a top 3 finish is less certain. For the multi, top 4 is all that is required. Bewitchery in top 3, home rule in the top 4, that is the model's combination for race 7. The same race multi for race 7, Bewitchery as a top 3 finisher, home rule as a top 4 finisher. Check your wagering provider for availability on this market. Now before you consider placing it, something worth being clear about, because it is easy to get this confused. These are 2 completely different bet types with completely different probability profiles. They are not interchangeable, and they are not equally likely to land. The place selection on Bewitchery is the higher probability option. The model is more confident in that outcome. Lower return, yes, but a stronger chance of landing. That is where the model has the most confidence for race 7. The same race multi is the longer odds option. Both legs need to land. Bewitchery in top 3, home rule in the top 4. Lower probability than the place alone. But the return if both land is meaningfully better. You do not have to consider both. The place selection on Bewitchery is where the model has the strongest signal. The same race multi is there for those who want to explore the longer odds option. Whatever you decide, go in with a clear understanding of what each bet requires. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please make your own informed decision. Following along with the full card today, every race has its own video, all sitting in the playlist, uploaded before race 1 kicks off. Worth checking the other races to see which selections line up with your approach. Some punters like to combine several of the model's picks into a place multi. Your wagering provider will have the details on how that works. Always make your own informed call before placing anything. One more important point, check for scratchings before you bet on anything. They happen on race morning and can change a race completely. For race 7, the model's place selection is Bewitchery. The rest of the card is sitting in the playlist if you want to keep going. If you have not subscribed yet, this runs for every Victorian meeting, every race day, completely free. That is race 7 Flemington wrapped up. The model's place selection is Bewitchery, and the same race multi-combination is Bewitchery top 3, home rule top 4, for those who want to explore the longer odds option. All tips are tracked publicly and results posted every week. Good days, bad days, all of it out in the open. No cherry-picking, no hiding the losses. You can see exactly how the model has been performing over time and make your own call on whether it is worth following. As always, for entertainment purposes only, please make informed decisions and gamble responsibly. See you in the next one.